Right, this is how far I've got. So you should have a title in each one element with an ID of title. So each one ID equals title inverted commas, greater than sign. So a tag in each one tag open closing. Paragraph tag ID equals description inverted commas. Thank you for taking the time to help us improve the platform. Then you should have a form element with an ID of survey form. So we've got a form closing form tag. So ID equals survey minus form. That's all I've got so far. Inside the form element, you're required to enter your name in an input field that has an ID of name and type of text. So, inside the form element, you're required to enter your name in an input field. So, name equals
It took just 24 hours before the police found human remains.
No.
I can remember to this day what I was doing when I got a telephone call from Tim Mills to say that I had found a body in the garden. It was a Dynamite Nickel. This is no, it's Vicky Hamilton. Operation Anagram had uncovered exactly what they'd hoped, but also dreaded to find. For Vicky's family, a 16-year wait had been brought to a devastating end in a back garden over 450 miles from where she'd last been seen.
Peter Tobin will have walked this path. It leads to what was his backyard. There are police search teams there now, and several large holes they've been digging. The blue tarpaulin covers the shallow grave where they found 15-year-old Vicky Hamilton's body.
When you learn that they've made that kind of progress, you feel with I suppose, a sense of sadness, perhaps relief for the family, and of course it threw up the prospect of another trial of Peter Tobin.
Inside the form element, you're required to enter your name.
Charged with Vicky Hamilton's murder, but the police had yet to finish their excavation of his
Save my
former home.
code.
We came here to search for the remains of Dynamite Nickel or any physical evidence which might link her disappearance to that house.
Run
That's what we
test.
continue to do.
And they wouldn't have to wait
Your
long.
title should not
On the
be empty.
16th of November, a second body was found in the garden, which was indeed that of 18-year-old Dynamite Nickel. The two victims that were found were essentially skeletal remains. That causes a great deal of difficulty for the pathologists.
Right, you should have done that one. Done that one. You should have a P element with an ID of description. Your description should not be empty. You should have a form element with an ID of survey form. Then you should have an input element with the ID of name.
It's certainly a very big indicator
that
these are not two natural deaths.
When they started to bring the bodies out, I was sick because I had no idea whatsoever that anything like that had gone on. Nobody had a clue that anything like that had gone on. It was just unbelievable.
Tobin's fingerprints were found on the bin bags used to wrap Dinah's body, and post-mortem examinations found traces of the drug amitriptyline in both Dinah and Vicky Hamilton. The same drug Tobin used on the two teenage girls he'd attacked in 1993.
You should have an input element with an ID
One
of
of the
name.
things that's always of value in a forensic pathological investigation is toxicology. Has this person taken drugs, either deliberately or by accident? Have they been sedated by somebody else? All of this can give you answers to things that have happened with them. And particularly if you have something like a sample of liver or muscle available, then if those drugs are in the system at the time somebody died, they will still be identifiable weeks, months, potentially even years.
You should have an H1 element, we've got that. Your title should not be empty, we've got that. You should have a P element with an ID of description, got that. You should have a form element with an ID of survey form, got that. You should have an input element with an ID name.
And told Tobin he considered his crimes the most evil and horrific acts that any human being could commit. 7 months later, on the 23rd of June 2009, Tobin was in court once more, charged with the murder of 18-year-old